Hey, this is Noel Phyllis this side. So basically, this is my first video on YouTube, and I've been having multiple thoughts about the topic I need to talk in my first video. And introducing of me, basically, I'm someone who took entrepreneurship or a 9 to 5 job from a very young age. And on top of that, I'm someone who have failed miserably and miserable times enough to give up, but still here. So basically, I'm living in Dubai and I'm in a process. So I'm still trying to figure out the market. I'm trying to learn Arabic and I'm still trying to figure out, or I'm still in the process of starting my own business here. So basically, you could take it as someone, or you could take it as some loser just bragging, or you could take it as someone who have been gone through a lot of fails, or who have been failed enough time to understand the mistakes which I shouldn't make in the next time. Basically, in today's video or in today's topic, I want to discuss about the things that I used to do to beat my odds every day. Or these are some cheats I use in my daily life. Definitely, our success or our life, there are no shortcuts, but there are some cheats you can use, or there are some things that you can use for making you disciplined. So these are some things which I use to make myself disciplined from morning to night. That means from the moment I get up from the bed to the moment I go back to the bed. So mornings, the first task that I'm having is I need to get out of my bed before the sun shows up. So what I used to do is before going to sleep at the very night, I used to fix my alarms manually. So which will help me realize every day that I need to get out of my bed at the very morning. And in the alarm notes, the first cheat that I used in my first morning is I will put alarms which are having the notes of affirmations. I used to affirm, I used to write the notes which will help me, which will pump me out of my bed at the very morning. So I used to type in my notes as, today is your day, today you will grind hard, today you will earn a lot of money. I used to use notes like, today is a blessing, God have given you a day. And sometimes there will be days which I will be very tired at the very night. I need to get out of my bed like anything. So I used to put in my notes as, show them who you are, show the real world who you are, show your worth. So these are the first quotes, or these are the first cheats that I used in the very early morning. Even if I don't feel like getting out of bed, when I see my affirmations popping up my phone, when the alarm sound is popping up, when I take my phone and see, you just think about it. When I take my phone and it's showing, show them who you are, which will really help you pump out of your bed. So this is the first cheat I used, which will help me get out of my bed at the very early morning. Then later on, I will do some workout. I will do some workout in home only. I will do some reps. I will do some sit-ups. I will keep myself, I do it up to the point where I feel sweaty. Then after I will take a tea, I will go for a bath. Then I used to go at my work at exactly 9:30. So while going to the work, the next task I need to have is, sometimes even if you take a bath, you feel like the day is so suffocated. You feel like the day is very boring. Already there will be someone in your mind telling that today is going to be bored. So what I used to do is, I have a long journey from my home to the workspace where I work. So what I used to do is, when I go from here to there, while in the taxi, I could, if I'm having a bad mood, or if I'm having a bad swing, or if I'm having a bad, if I feel like, if my mind is telling me, oh, today is not your day, what I used to do is, in my podcast or in my playlist, I'm having some podcasts, which are the interviews, or which are having the, there are some podcasts I used to listen, like of Joe Morgan, or of Daniel Washington, or there are some people I used to follow. So I will condense me in a place where there is only optimistic thoughts. So it will help me to show up on my work even if I don't feel like. So this is the second code I use. So the first one is, I used to put affirmations on my alarm, which will help me get out of my bed in my full energy. And the second thing is, even if I don't want to, or if I don't want to show up on my work, the affirmations I listen will keep me, or keep myself in a place where that even if I don't want to do, I am supposed to do, because that is exactly what I should do for getting my dream happen. So I used to keep my headphones inside the car, and I will listen to the affirmations. I will listen to the motivation. So I will listen to the podcasts which talk about life purpose, dreams, and all that stuff. So throughout my journey from home to office, all that 15 minutes, I will keep myself in a place where that even if I don't want to do, I am supposed to do. Because if I don't do, my dreams are going to be so far from me. So, which will help me, which is the second code I used to, or the second cheat I used to do in my very early morning. The third and the hardmost task that I'm having is, I need to keep my time counted. or I want to be in schedule. I want to value my time. So there will be many situations in your life when you are in your workspace. There will be a lot of people. You are not alone. There's a lot of people. You need to be adaptable in that situation. So there will be a lot of times which other people try to take advantage of my time, or other people try to waste my time. So I myself keep in a place where I will never let someone come and ruin my time. So when I get to work, I used to do work in the most fastest way possible. I used to do it with a lot of passion. Even if that is not, even the work that I used to do is not my cup of tea, I used to do I used to put a lot of passion on the work which I do, which will help me be in a line of discipline, because you never need to break your line of discipline when you put a lot of passion, on the things you do. So even if the things which I do is not my cup of things, I used to put a lot of passion, which will make me very aligned on my kind of work. So I will keep my time very valued. I never waste any of my time doing my best hours or doing the day peak hours. I never waste any of my time. Every 1 minute of my time is counted. So once my work is done, when I am having there's a little break time which I'm having, break in sense I'm having a shift duties. So there will be a little break time which I'm having. On a break time, what I used to do is there is a lot of time that I have in between that. So what I used to do is, once after having my lunch, I either, if I am having if the weather outside is too hot, then I won't go out. So what I used to do is, I used to sit in my room and I open Udemy. I used to learn. I used to read about new things. I used to learn about that. I used to evaluate a lot of things which is going out in the market, current business market. Or else, if it is a day, the weather is so cool because it's Dubai, and sometimes it's very hot, sometimes it's very cold, sometimes it's too much humidity. So if the weather is so okay, what I used to do is, I used to go out, and basically the workplace where I am, it's surrounded with a lot of garages, it's surrounded with a lot of workshops. So what I used to do is, I used to walk around, I used to see what are the works going on. I used to try meet a lot of new people. I am someone who, whenever I met a new person or whenever there is a crowd, I am someone who would like to barge in and get the business done. Or I am someone who's like, who love to talk to new people. I love networking. Networking is one of the core key of business. So what I used to do is, when I'm having my free time, I used to go to a market. I used to try meeting new people. I'm someone who's having a lot of questions. When I see a particular process, we have a lot of questions in my mind. Like, why is this happening like this? If this is this, how can this happen? So when I go out of the market, in the place which my work is happening, when I get out of that place, I used to go to a market. I used to see a lot of works happening, mostly in the place which I am residing, or the place where my work is happening. It's surrounded with garages, like, the people, they used to bring premium cars from Japan to Dubai. They used to import cars from America to UAE. So what I used to do is, I used to go to the garages. I used to talk to some people. There will be a lot of people who will be sitting on their pathetic boredom at that time. So at that particular noon time, I used to go there. I will talk to new people. I will ask them how things are happening. So how is your profit, and what are the products you buy? What are the markets? So this will make me gain a knowledge about the particular industry. So the point is, like, even if that is not the kind of business that I would like to do, the more the knowledge I know about new business, it will help me in the late future. So the particular time, or the particular off time which I'm having, I will spend that time learning about new things. I used to spend that time marketing in sense. I used to go find new opportunities. I used to talk to new people. I used to do networking. And once the afternoon part is done, on getting on the evening part. So evening, what I used to do is, evening is the next half of the day, and then inside my mind, I will put me in a place where I'll be telling myself, this is the start of the day. You need to perform as harder than you performed at the very morning. So I'll put me in a place where I will feel more competitive to beat the. I will put myself in a place where I will feel more competitive to beat the things that I have done. So in my life, I in the morning, if I have done till here, I will try to make my evening here. So I will feel it more competitive, which will help me be in a place where it's fun to work. Because when you do things, when you do a lot of things with a lot of passion, plus when you being competitive, it's always fun. So these are the 4 things which I do in my everyday life to beat the things, or to beat the odds, to be competitive, to be myself in a place which I value the time, to be myself in a mode which I am very, very ready to grind anytime when I want. So these are the quotes I use in my daily life to keep myself in a line of discipline, to keep myself aligned every day, to keep myself being in a schedule. So the core values or the core attempts of doing all these 4 things is the main and the first most thing is I value my time very hard. I'm very concerned about the people who I talk to. I'm very concerned about the people who I spend time with. I'm very concerned about each and every minute of my life. So I value time a lot. The second thing is I like being competitive. I'm the guy like even if there is something which I don't know about, I like to learn about it. I like to perform of it, and I will put my best to take the best out of it. So, and the third thing is I would like to keep myself disciplined. I never like to get distracted. I will try to cut off a lot of things. I just not try. I don't like to keep the external elements get into my way towards my dreams. So I am very focused in my life. And the third thing and the fourth thing is my dreams. My dreams are very important to me rather than to anyone else, because what I see is they can't see. And I could possibly say as my dreams are very, very important to me. I live for my dreams. The last thing I want to do in the world is someone talk against my dreams. So these are the 4 things I used to do in my daily life to get aligned in my life, get very disciplined in my life, get very focused in my life. So that's all for today. And I think I really did make some sense on someone who really need it. Thank you.